Alright, my name is James Frye. I did my PowerPoint on ferrets because, as someone who's owned two ferrets before, I think they're amazing pets, and I really think that they're not quite as popular as they should be, and I really think that more people should get them. So what is a ferret? The name ferret comes from the Latin ferretus. It is the domesticated equivalent of the European polecat, and they are very close in resemblance, and so close, in fact, that they are often mixed up. But polecats often have larger heads and darker coats, and polecats also are often a lot larger than your common domesticated ferret, and they appear more muscular. The average length of a domesticated ferret is about 20 inches, and the average lifespan is about 7 to 10 years. Different types of ferrets. So there's technically only one type of ferret. Unlike cats and dogs, they're not separate breeds, rather just one type. That said, there are four major color groups. So the first one here we have sable. Sable ferrets have a dark brown to black fur and have that telltale white face and the dark mask across their eyes. The second type of ferret is the albino ferret. Much like normal albino creatures, albino ferrets are pure white. They have a solid white coat and the telltale red eyes. The third type of ferret we have is the dark-eyed white ferret, and it's very similar to the albino ferret, the only difference being that they do not have the red eyes, they're the normal dark eyes. And the fourth and final type is the silver ferret. Silver ferrets are very closely resembling sable ferrets. The only difference is silver ferrets have much lighter coats and often lack the dark mask across the eyes that the sable ferret is known for. So why should you get a ferret? Ferrets are very curious animals. They are notorious escape artists and use their slim bodies to fit in all sorts of places, so ferret proofing is a must. That said, it is very entertaining to watch them try to sneak around, get into places they shouldn't. It's a very good time. Number two, each ferret has its own distinct personality. As previously stated, as someone who's owned two ferrets in the past, I can personally confirm this statement as true. I had one ferret who was very high energy, always loved to run around, loved to play, loved to explore, and we had the other one who much more content to just sleep all day, play for half an hour, and then go back to bed. Number three, ferrets are relatively quiet animals. Though they have certain noises they make when they're happy, when they're sad, when they're hungry. Other than that, they are mostly quiet and tend to keep to themselves, so that is a very good option for people who maybe have sensitive neighbors, need to keep the noise down, stuff like that. Very good choice. Number four, ferrets are very sociable animals. They love attention and love to be with other animals and other ferrets. It is very much recommended to get two ferrets rather than a single one, as they can in fact get lonely and they do really benefit from having a friend to play with. That said, ferrets love socializing with other animals, cats, dogs, anything like that, and other people. They love attention, they love to be played with, and it's a very fun time. So here we have a graph of relative happiness, and to be completely honest, I don't really have much to add because the facts really speak for themselves. So I can't really think of a reason why you shouldn't get a ferret when you have such clear evidence such as this. So yeah, I'm just going to let the graph speak for itself. So let's say you're interested in getting one. So how do you care for a ferret? For their diet, ferrets are carnivores and require food high in protein and fat. There's a special kibble for ferrets. It's very easy to find. Just go to your local pet store, find dry ferret food. They'll love it. As for activity, ferrets, contrary to popular belief, and as you might think, they tend to sleep for most of the day. Most ferrets sleeping between 18 to 20 hours a day. That said, it is important to take your ferrets out of the cage and let them run around, let them play, put them in a space that has been quote-unquote ferret-proofed. No small objects for them to chew on because they will swallow it. Nothing for them to break, nothing for them to get into, stuff like that. Ferrets love toys, but like I said, they have to be toys without small pieces, as they are notorious for eating pretty much anything that they can get in their mouth. But once they get out to play, they are very high energy and they will keep you very much entertained. As for living space, as I previously said, it is recommended to get a cage. Ferrets require an open wire cage to stay in most of the day. Ferrets love to climb, so multi-level cage you can never go wrong with. Ferrets can easily be trained to use a litter box, and most quote-unquote ferret cages will come with a section at the bottom to put the ferret litter in, and they will just use that all day. And it's super easy to train them. And so some fun facts about ferrets. They aren't actually as unpopular as they may seem. Ferrets are actually among the top 10 pets, other than cats and dogs, in the US, with a reported 5 to 7 million domesticated ferrets in the United States. Number two, adult male ferrets are called gibbs, and adult female domesticated ferrets are called sprites, and a group of ferrets is actually called a business. Number three, a ferret named Felicia was used to clean the pipes of a NASA particle accelerator in 1971. Number four, the Latin name Ferretus actually means little thief, and that kind of reflects a ferret's habit of stealing small objects and hiding them in their specific spots. As someone who, like I've said, has owned ferrets, our two ferrets would do this all the time. Anything that they could carry with their mouth, they would steal and hide, and we would just find big piles of toys in the corners, and it's great. Number five, Queen Elizabeth actually owned an albino ferret, and that ferret is present in a few portraits of her, as the one shown here. So in conclusion, overall ferrets are amazing additions to any household. They make great pets. They're very smart. They're very entertaining. Everything you need in a pet, you got in a ferret. And I mean, in all honesty, how could you say no to a face like that?